It's KFI AM 640, and you're listening to The Conway Show on demand on the iHeartRadio app. If you're traveling eastbound right now and you look up and to your left, a little bit to your left, like east, northeast, you can see a full moon. And it's a full moon. It's called the cold moon. Thursday, December 4th, 2025. Peaking around 3:14 p.m. local time. It's also a super moon, making for great viewing opportunity right now. If you're on the 10 east, the 210 east, 60, 91, you're heading east. I think you get that. Or north. You can probably see it as well. But that is a full moon and a cold moon. I don't know why they call it a cold moon, but they do. So just deal with that. But it's really cool to see. Look, I mean, I'm looking at it right now, and you're probably looking at it right now. I always found that odd that, my grandparents who lived in Ohio, when I was younger, I was on the phone with them. My grandmother would say, "Hey, can you see the moon?" I said, "Yeah, I'm looking at it right now." And she says, "I'm also looking at it." She was in Cleveland, Ohio, and she's looking at the moon. I'm looking at the moon. We're both staring at the same thing, even though we're 3,000 miles apart.
Oh, it's like a movie.
Yeah, kind of a cool deal. I enjoyed that. I loved it. All right, we have to thank everybody who showed up at the Pastathon, everyone that donated. We had an unbelievable year. I thought we'd come in around 300,000. Bruno thought 400,000. Nobody guessed over $1 million. $1,100,000. That's without the Wendy's numbers. That could be another 150,000. And also Smart and Final. They're still collecting. And so that might be another huge chunk of money. All going to help Bruno feed these kids who have no food. And it's a great, great deal. All right, yesterday we did some stories about kids killing their parents. And I'm hoping it's not a trend. If you have sons, you better really hope this is not a trend. But it's happened twice in Southern California. Once in, I think, Tarzan or Van Nuys just yesterday. And then in Simi Valley over the last week. And now it's happened in Long Island. And it's also happened in Illinois. So I don't know if this is a trend. I don't know if there's a game out there where part of the game is wiping out your parents. But this is alarming. And everybody who has kids is praying this does not become a trend.
It's Hicksville Road here in Bethpage, and just a very tragic situation on our hands. You can see ambulances and police still here at the scene. Police are telling us this is a homicide investigation. Eyewitnesses are telling us an elderly couple was stabbed here, 2 people stabbed, and at least one of them is now dead.
Unbelievable. All right, I'm sorry, I couldn't hear him on my point, but we finally got it hooked up here. Ladies and gentlemen, one of my favorite reporters who is responsible for keeping this city clean and safe, and then he retired and it went to hell, is David Goldstein. He's with us from KCAL and CBS. David Goldstein, how you, bub?
Hey, Timmy, how you doing?
Oh, man, the city of Los Angeles has gone in the crapper since you left.
I get frustrated when I see all that stuff out there. And
I'll bet you do.
Take a step and say, hey, I could do... No, I don't really want to do it.
But it really has. I mean, Michael Monks here at KFI is trying to keep him honest downtown, but they don't seem to care or listen. But it was you that always drove around. And if Caltrans was drinking on the job or not working, you always, held them responsible. And nobody does that anymore.
Yeah, that's the importance of investigative reporting, which unfortunately we're seeing less and less of around the country because it costs a lot of money to have investigative reporters do work like we were doing. Right. So unfortunately, that's not happening as much, but I still watch it. I still see it. I'm still here.
Right. What are you doing with retirement? I mean, you just sitting around staring at Dorothy all day?
No, she's never here. We're doing a lot of traveling. I'm playing tennis. My tennis game has gotten really good. I'm playing tennis 3-4 days a week. We're watching the beautiful sunset right now.
Do you miss it? Do you miss the work at all?
I do. I miss the people. I miss the office. I miss going into an office. I don't miss the pressure of it. And I didn't realize the tremendous pressure you're under until I left, until I had to decompress. It took me about 6 months to decompress.
Oh, really?
I don't look back. It was a great time in my life. I moved on to another chapter now. I'm toying with maybe doing a couple of things here and there, but, we're doing a lot of traveling.
I drove by some city workers. I don't know what their job was, but I saw them all just sitting, leaning on their shovel. And I rolled the window down and I yelled out, "You wouldn't be doing that if Goldstein was still here." Every time I drive by some construction site, Caltrans or DWP, and there's like 10 people there, where you can, how many people you need to stand around to tell the one guy to dig and put the plow right here. Right. And the other guys are just standing around. It's like, come on. And, and I know how much, those guys are making. They're not making chump change. Oh, I know. Yeah, so, you're exactly right. You're exactly right. But where have you traveled to? Have you gone to any interesting places?
We went to Vietnam and Southeast Asia a few months ago. Which was really interesting. We went to Thailand, Cambodia. It was fun. We had a blast. We've been to most recently in Italy and Portofino and all around that area there.
Get around. Well, that's it. For many, many years, you had a 2-check family, so that's what you get with 2 checks.
Well, Dorothy's teaching, so that's like a quarter of a check.
All right, okay. Mark Thompson went to Vietnam, and I heard him about a year after he got back. He was telling a guy his story. He goes, "Yeah, I was in Vietnam." And I'm like, "Buddy, you can't say you were in Vietnam. You have to say you traveled to Vietnam. There's a difference."
Exactly.
Difference.
Exactly. Yeah. It's the Army bases are still there.
Oh, wow.
When you're in Saigon, and they're just deserted now, and it's really, really interesting to figure out that it wasn't too long ago we were all shooting at each other.
Yeah, and look, we were alive during that.
Tourist area.
And you and I were alive during that.
Yeah. And I love talking to the people there and what you think about, Americans and coming here and tourism and all that. And it's fascinating. It's fascinating to visit these parts of the world, things that we couldn't do when we were working. To just go on extended vacations, which has been great.
Right.
It's been great.
But Goldstein,
I miss you.
And likewise, right back with you. But I don't get a sense that you want to get back to busting the balls of people who work for the city or the county. But I got to tell you one more time, they need that now more than ever. We need it.
They do. And there's so much wasted money around, and you see public officials, from the mayor on down, talking about touting all these great things that have been done, and you look at it, and it's really not happening. It's all a PR game that they're putting out there, and there are very few that challenge them to say, "Hey, wait a sec, this is not happening," or you're moving these homeless out, but what did that cost? Yeah. You might as well, buy condominiums for everybody.
Right, but Goldstein, you were the only guy doing that, and you were the only guy in local media that would come on and give his opinion. Everybody came in and gave facts and gave us and both sides every issue. But you came in and said, no, this city is not run properly. This county's not run properly. And you made a big difference. And somebody needs to step into those shoes.
No, I appreciate it. Joel Grover did a fabulous job as well.
He retired too.
And Joel is, Joel retired. We text back and forth. We're going to get together at some point.
It's got to be you and Joel. You and Joel
did a great job, and others.
All right, you and Joel have got to get together and come back for two specials a year on what a hellhole this is.
That would be fun.
Yes.
If I could do like 2 specials a year, I think that would be fascinating.
I can sell that to CBS
do it
tonight.
Week in and week out. All right, you do that.
Right.
Actually, I may go back to the station in a week or so because Dorothy's going over there.
Oh, good.
And I may go back and visit people. So
that's great, man. Buddy, I'm glad you're enjoying your retirement.
I miss no BS, but I miss doing your show. I miss doing John when I used to do John and Ken. Always fun, and you can tell your listeners. I mean, we texted over Thanksgiving.
Oh, that's great, man.
And then you were nice enough to say, hey, why don't you come on the show? So we're still friends, still connected, and I still love that.
I love when we always play that soundbite of one of these cops that got into some trouble with you, and he went, Mr. Goldstein, right? And then later he found out he was at the in the hairs of your bullseye, and he wasn't so thrilled.
No, it took him about 5 seconds to realize it, and that's one of the classic shots that we had there. We walked up to him, and I forgot his name, the officer or whatever, David Goldstein, and he's like, Mr. Goldstein, how do you know my name? And I was like, well, because you
We're losing you here, buddy. Let me put you on hold. Let's put him on hold, and then I'll thank you off the air and text you. But really appreciate you coming on. David Goldstein, everybody. That guy was great. When that guy was on the air, everybody asked in their pants when he came around with his Gene Rayburn microphone, that long-ass mic that he had, and always asking people, hey, what are you doing here? Why aren't you working? Why are you drinking while you're driving the city vehicle? Why are you drinking while you're filling potholes? Why are you guys always drinking while you're working? Nobody does that anymore. And look what that town has turned into. It's just like a toilet. Well, that's where we live. That's what we've chosen, right? Everybody is sort of relaxed, and the homeless, the trash, the crime, we just all deal with it until we get wiped out, and then the next generation will come by, and either they'll do something about it or they'll get wiped out too. So, welcome to LA.
You're listening to Tim Conway Jr. on demand from KFI AM 640.
We have a new trend, and I hope it doesn't take off, but it is mostly sons for now. And then usually, 5-6 years later, women pick up on it and they jump in on it. But it's sons killing their mom and dad. And that was sort of popular way back in the 80s or 90s. It started to resurface again. You had the Menendez brothers, and thank God that didn't take off when the Menendez brothers killed their parents. But now, I don't know what's going on out there where there's a story every couple weeks where the son is wiping out the parents. This one happened I think this one's in New York, and the other one is in Illinois. But there were 2 out here in the last week. Yesterday or day before yesterday, I think it was yesterday, in Van Nuys or Tarzana. And then there's another one in Simi Valley, a doctor, 63-year-old doctor and a 66-year-old wife, wiped out by the husband's son and the stepson of the woman. And I hope it doesn't take off, but it looks like it is. Looks like it is. This one's in Illinois. This one's outside of Sycamore, Illinois. And this one is, again, the son wiping everybody out. Everybody out.
Now in DeKalb County, a son has been charged tonight in the murder of his parents.
Their bodies were found this morning in a home in Sycamore. A family member called police for a welfare check after not hearing from 60-year-old Gary Schmidt and 59-year-old Holly Schmidt. Their son, 35-year-old Kevin Schmidt, who lived in the home with them, is now facing first-degree murder charges. No word yet on a possible motive.
35-year-old son living at home. I would sleep with one eye open. All right, that was a couple weeks ago that happened, but this one is a current one. I think this one was on Long Island.
Is here for more than 3 decades.
I mean, this is another story of mom and dad working and raising a kid, who's 35, I believe, and at home and loses it.
It's Hicksville Road here in Bethpage, and just a very tragic situation on our hands. You can see ambulances and police still here at the scene. Police are telling us this is a homicide investigation. Eyewitnesses are telling us an elderly couple was stabbed here, 2 people stabbed, and at least one of them is now dead. Now, this is a very emotional situation out here as the couple's family was here at the scene. Friends and customers telling us the elderly couple ran the A&A Italian Deli here in Bethpage.
Oh, I bet that's beautiful. I bet that Italian deli made some really nice food for a long time. And then the son is putting an end to all that.
An established business here for more than 3 decades.
Wow.
But eyewitnesses...
You can't be a great deli or a deli in that part of Nassau County without being great. You can't survive 30 years. No way. It had to be fantastic food.
Say at some point right after 9 o'clock this morning, one of the couple's sons who was inside the deli with them stabbed both of them. We spoke with one witness who was inside the deli right when this happened.
And you know how much anger is involved when you don't shoot mom and dad. You stab them with probably knives that were bought for the restaurant. You know, the chef uses the knife that you took and you killed your mom and dad. And you saw them die in front of you when you repeatedly stabbed them. Can you imagine how much anger that this kid had to be able to do that? It's one thing where you shoot your parents from 20 feet away. You can't really see what's going on. It's loud. There's smoke. There's screaming. And you run like happened in Simi Valley in the garage. But it's another one when you're right on top of them and stabbing them to death. That had to have been seen by somebody in that restaurant that this was coming, that this craziness was coming.
And another eyewitness who watched all of this unfold in the moments that followed. The son giving himself up to police as they then placed him on the ground. Both witnesses telling us the son was very matter-of-fact about all of this, despite this shocking alleged crime. Here's what they had to say.
This is the worst thing that ever happened to me in my lifetime. And I'm 97 years old.
Wow, that guy's 97? He sounds like he's 57, this guy.
This is the worst thing that ever happened to me in my lifetime. And I'm 97 years old.
Wow.
I just seen the son walking out. And he says that I just stabbed my parents. And that was it.
And nothing else.
Nothing else. He was very cool and
Oh, now the 97's coming in.
He was very cool and
yeah, I see it now.
Like nothing happened.
They just tackled him, then when they turned him around, that's when you see the hands was all bloody and stuff, blah, blah, and they just sat him down. And the cops came, locked it all off, but he was just sitting on the car.
Now what happens? The business gets folded up. No one's going to take it over. The whole community loses because of this nut, this guy.
Again, these are the words of the eyewitnesses. One of them, an elderly man who was inside that deli when it happened. Another one who literally saw the man go to the ground and police taking him into custody. And so what we have here, again, a very disturbing homicide investigation. It apparently involves a family, a well-established business. And
it sucks. It really does. Hope it's not a trend.
You're listening to Tim Conway Jr. On Demand from KFI AM 640.
I don't know if you got the shake alert today at 8 o'clock. Did you get it, Croce?
I did.
Yeah, I got it too. It scared the hell out of me. It woke me up, panicked me, and I almost had a heart attack. I think I did have a heart attack. And I was up. After that, I was up. Yeah, you can't go back to sleep. So I'm waiting for it. Jen's downstairs. She gets it. Everybody's panicking. And then nothing. No shaking. Nothing. Turns out it was a false alarm. I
didn't think too much about it because as soon as I looked at it, I was like, where?
That might be the last thing you say, young man. You know? Where? Bang.
Because it was like Nevada.
Yeah, it was on the border of California, Nevada.
And I was sitting there thinking, why am I getting this?
I'm with you. Why are we getting this stupid thing? And so that was the last one I had on my phone, and I erased it. And I said, I'm out. I'll go down with the ship.
I'm done.
Yeah, but
I don't want to know.
I can't stand these things. They freak me out.
Do they really?
Yeah, because I panic. Because I don't know if it's the big one.
Wow.
That's
so funny.
I don't know.
And you basically born and bred here for the most part.
That's right. I was here for the 1971 earthquake. They had the Silmar quake that had me crazy. Unbelievable. Oh, wait, bring them in. Bring these people in. Yeah, come on in. All right, we're on the air, but come on in. This is Tim Cates, and wait, Cates, come in here. Get on the mic and introduce these people. What's wrong with you? You can't bring people in like this.
We're just doing a family tour here.
Okay.
Some friends. My
All right,
wife.
Tim Cates is the producer of Petros and Money, and you also do the Dodgers,
Yep.
you do UCLA, you do the Raiders, and you work harder than anybody else in the building.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it.
And you make a ton of money, and you get a lot of time off.
Ton of money. I'm just rolling around and get time off.
That's right.
So tonight's the big company party down at Disneyland or California Adventure. So
yeah,
the family is here. So my wife Leslie's here, my daughter Sadie, and my nephew Neil's here.
You guys
and
come
our
on
friend
in. What the
Asa's
hell?
here.
It's a holidays.
Yeah, so I'm just giving them a tour. AM radio stations. Talk about a great tour, right?
That's right. Yeah.
You dream about that stuff every day.
Tour sucks around here. What are the names here? What's your name?
This is Neil, my nephew. This
Neil?
is Asa.
Asa, how you?
And that's my daughter Sadie over there.
Sadie, how are you?
And my wife Leslie.
And your wife Leslie.
Yeah. We got more coming. All in big Conway fans.
That's great.
Yeah,
in your Disneyland shirt, I get that. I have a couple of extra tickets. I don't know if my wife's going to go. And I don't feel like I should go to like Disney by myself. I think that's odd.
It's a little creepy. It's a little creepy. There is a host at KFI that's probably down there right now.
Who's that?
I'm not going to say names, Shannon Farron, but they just like to hang out and just kind of people watch. And they
maybe I'll do that.
You can drink there. So
yeah, maybe I'll do that.
Yeah.
All right. Where are you going to be? Are you going to be walking around or?
The wife and I are going to just be walking around. So the kids are going to go out running around, do the Tower of Terror, all that stuff. So
all right. And it opens. You can get in at 6, so about 20 minutes you can slide in there.
We have 2 hours of traffic that are sitting right in front of us.
Is that right?
Yeah.
All right. And then so at 9 o'clock, they kick everybody else out that's not in our party. And from 9 to 1, we have the run of the place.
Oh, it's awesome. They give you a special wristband. If you don't have the wristband on, boom, out of here.
Gone. This is the greatest guy in the world at this station. And I'm not, I say that without your wife here as well.
It helps.
And your daughter. This is the greatest guy.
Thank you, Conway. You're the best.
And what are your 3 daughters' names?
Ruby, Layla, and Sadie.
Excellent.
Thank you.
And one of my favorite lines is when Petros said, you have them all in the same room and you're raising them orphanage style.
That's right. That's right. They have a 500 square foot bedroom with 3 beds in there. So,
buddy, look, you should be very proud of yourself and your wife putting 3 kids through college and working your asses off to do that.
And doing it in radio, too. It's amazing.
That's right. And raising 3 good kids.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, who vote right, too.
Believe it. Believe it.
All right. Thank you. Nice to see you guys. Continue with the tour of AM radio stations. These kids are in their early 20s, and it's like giving them a tour of like the
the library.
Yeah. I give them a Titanic tour. That's great, man.
Everything they could possibly dream of.
That's classy. He should go up to the 5th floor with them.
Yeah, but there's nobody up there.
Yeah, but the FM stations are all up there. You got
There's
Woody.
no people
I wonder
up
if
there.
Woody's going tonight. Maybe I'll hang out with Woody.
Hey.
If I got to go by myself, Or you'll be there.
Yeah.
Crozier's going.
Yeah.
And you're going with your wife?
Yeah.
And your daughter? Is she going?
No, she's got to work. She's doing stuff.
Oh, that's great. She's working.
Yeah. She's running lights for a tech show.
Oh, that's nice.
Doing tech for a show, yeah.
Excellent. We got to take a break? Yeah, probably. Okay. So anyway, we'll come back and talk about this stupid alert. This thing made me crazy this morning around 8 o'clock. Colleen Williams busted the balls of the USGS and had him explain why we all went through this. Because I understood that there needs to be 4 separate detectors detecting an earthquake before we get the alert. Yeah. And how did this happen? How did 4 detectors miss this? And then we all got the hell scared out of us at 8 o'clock this morning. Well, Colleen Williams dives deep into it, and we'll find out what happened.
You're listening to Tim Conway Jr. On Demand from KFI AM 640.
The shake alarm alert went off today. It woke me up, got me up. I was up earlier, then I fell asleep, and then at 8 o'clock when that hit, I was up. I was up for the day. Let's find out how this happened and why the state of California, LA County, and LA City doesn't seem to get anything right. And everybody has to be annoyed by this, especially people who are terrified of earthquakes. You know, Deborah Mark is one of them who is absolutely terrified. And I'm okay with earthquakes until I get a shake alert that I'm about to get killed. And then that freaks me out a little bit. And I don't like that. So I've erased all of them. They're all off my phone. I'm not getting any more alerts. I've asked my wife, please take them off your phone, because if you wake up and you get alert at night, it's going to wake me up too. So let's just go down together with the ship. But I don't understand how this happened. There's so many backups and redundancies that have to be complete, have to have complete failures in order for this to happen. Colleen Williams with NBC got to the bottom of it.
Did you feel it? And the answer is you did not.
That's right.
The USGS says a shake alert that went out this morning was in fact a false alarm. My shake alerts went off around 8 o'clock this morning for a 5.9 earthquake near the California-Nevada border, about 30 miles north of Lake Tahoe.
Okay, 30 miles north of Lake Tahoe. Do you know how big the earthquake has to be where it's centered 30 miles north of Lake Tahoe? And we get the shake alert? That's got to be, the entire nation is moving.
It appeared on the USGS earthquakes map, but was quickly deleted right after that. Now, we want to bring in Robert Groot with the USGS Earthquake Science Center in Pasadena.
Long day for this guy on X, by the way. A lot of complaining. A lot of people taking shots at this cat from United States Geological Center or Service or whatever this guy is.
Thanks so much for joining us this afternoon.
Glad to be here. Thank you.
A 5.9
Do you think he's glad to be here? He's about to take some heat.
is a pretty good-sized quake. Did you get a lot of calls or feedback on this?
Yes.
Yes. In fact, I manage our X account, and
good.
I've only seen the beginnings of the replies from people, which are
one of them was from me, by the way.
Totally justified. We know that people get very concerned, and we take those concerns very seriously.
So, Robert, let's break it down a little bit. What would trigger an alert like this?
Great question.
Yes, and that's something that we're still investigating.
No.
One thing that we know for sure is that the shake alert system processing side and the alert delivery side, meaning the part that takes the data from the field and then hands it off to folks like MyShake to actually deliver the alerts, performed as designed.
No, it didn't.
What we're looking at is that interface between the data that came in from the sensors in the field, the seismometers in Western Nevada, and the processing algorithms that actually use that information to generate what would eventually end up as an alert on the other side.
So there was some sort of data that was fed in, not necessarily a computer glitch here?
That's right. Yeah. So we rely completely on the sensor networks that provide us with the data from the field. And then we interpret that information, of course, over a matter of just a couple of seconds, because Shake Alert has to be really fast to do what it does, to get alerts to people. And so that's really what we're looking at now. But again, it's a multifaceted system. So we want to look at how that data was interpreted by the computer software that we have in place.
Okay, so how often are these false alarms going to happen? How often are you going to cry wolf and then people will say, oh, it's probably just another false alarm, and then thousands of people get wiped out?
And this will likely lead to some improvements and to better interpretations of data coming in from the field.
You talk about this happening very quickly. How quickly before someone realized this was in fact a false alarm?
4 days.
Yeah, so one of the things, of course, that we did immediately is that we realized that there was no earthquake. So the USGS took the immediate step to basically cancel the notification that there was an earthquake. So
it's another alert you get. You get the alert that you're going to die, and then you get the alert that you're not going to die, but the second one freaks you out too.
So work directly with our alert delivery partners to let them know, to get the word out on their side, to let people know that there was no earthquake. And of course, we use folks in the media to get the word out about what actually happened. And also in a very small region in Eastern California, there were wireless emergency alerts delivered, very similar to an Amber Alert that you'd get on your phone. There's an automated cancellation message that was sent out as a result of this as well. So people got notification that way.
One other quick question. Does this happen often?
No, it doesn't. In fact, this is the first time where what we would call an end-to-end false alert delivery. We're very careful about this. We build in all kinds of safeguards, including we have to have a minimum of 4 stations to tell us whether or not it's an earthquake or not. And
so all 4 of them have failed?
Somehow today, it got past the 4 stations, so we're trying to figure that out.
All right, Robert DeGroot, thanks so much for your time and your expertise.
Thank you, Robert. Thank you. I appreciate that. Appreciate that. Fun morning. Thanks to the USGS. That was a sweet morning. Enjoyed that. All right, just another thing that doesn't work here in California. All right. We still have money coming in, but right now we're at over $1.1 million for the Pastathon. And 92,000 pounds of pasta and sauce. This is without the numbers from Wendy's. And also the final Smart and Final numbers. So this could be 1.3 million. That's a big deal. Crozier, I thought it'd be 300,000 for the day. And that would be it. Yeah.
I wasn't expecting $1 million, but I didn't expect it to hit, that. But I thought it was going to be lower.
When John was signing off, I think it was at 250 or 300.
Yeah, it was some. Might have been like 400. Yeah, 4 sounds right. Something like that. Maybe a little more.
I mean, look, I'm not taking credit for going from 400 to 1.1 million. Because a lot of things happen. But somebody who is not really trained to look at those numbers could assume that happened.
We will say that the crowd was much smaller before you started.
Oh, is that right? Okay.
It was dramatically bigger by the end of
Is that right?
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. It was at least double.
Okay. Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
And you know what? I hate to take credit for that because this audience is employed.
Yes.
And so they work.
That is a huge factor. Tuesday afternoon and your show starts at 4.
That's right. So you can't get out of work at 11 a.m. or 10 a.m. or 5 a.m. or whatever.
Yeah. Plus, it's you want to kind of be there for the grand finale of the thing.
Yes. You want to be there when you can eat. When it's after work, you can have a drink. Because you can't have a drink and go back to work anymore. You get fired for doing that.
Yeah, it ain't like the good old days. 2 martini lunch.
Yeah, I don't know anybody that drinks at lunch anymore. It's very rare. And when you do see it, you're like, wow, what's going on with this guy?
Yeah, exactly. Total judgment now.
Yeah, right, exactly. Now, they used to judge if you didn't drink.
Right.
It's the exact opposite. Right.
The sentiment's the same, just means a different thing now.
Yes. All right, it's coming up on 6 bells. Enjoy that full moon. It's a full-ass moon. Look up to your east, northeast, and you can see that big-ass moon. We're live on KFI AM 640.
Conway Show on demand on the iHeartRadio app. Now, you can always hear us live on KFI AM 640, 4 to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday, and anytime on demand on the iHeartRadio app.